Alright, it's a big day. Getting out of here. Going down that long 6-mile hill with a bad break. So I couldn't even sleep last night. Got up super early this morning. I'm really nervous about it. It's one rear brake. A caliper might be sticking. So worst case scenario, it drags and smokes a lot. And Ralph said ruins the rotor. But it's only about 6 miles. And hopefully if I go down in low gear, I won't even need my brakes. But yeah, I'm nervous. But it's got to be done. So am I going to spend the day in a auto repair shop? Or am I going to be able to hit the road?
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own.
By the way, I woke up this morning. It was 39 degrees in here. In here. I had my thermostat set to off because the last time I ran it, I was testing the new Bluetti and using the air conditioning. So usually I set it at like 42, 45, whatever. And so it'll kick on when it gets this cold, but it didn't kick on at all. So it was 39 degrees in here this morning. Low last night, according to my thermometer, was 20. Didn't expect that. Before I get back on the road, I think I'm going to go ahead and make breakfast. I'm getting really hungry. I'm going to make my protein buckwheat pancakes, and luckily I just got a brand new shipment from my new go-to source for all my favorite healthy and sustainable ingredients. Thrive Market is my go-to destination now. Look at what I got. I've got my organic ground flaxseed, something I've been adding to my diet lately, especially for breakfast. It's got high fiber. It's been really helping my cholesterol. And then my organic buckwheat flour, which is the main ingredient in my buckwheat pancakes. So I have been really loving Thrive Market because it's super easy to go online, just a few clicks of the button, and find all of my favorite vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO ingredients. So whatever your dietary restrictions are, you can easily curate your shopping experience online to fit more than 90 different diets, including keto, including gluten-free, and all the allergen-free. Another thing I love about Thrive Market is that they care about the planet and they care about the people. And that's something, if you've been following me, you know I really care about. They make sure they source their products from companies that are ethical and products that are sustainable. And that is really important to me, and it's probably really important to you if you're watching. If you've been thinking about checking out Thrive Market for yourself, now is the perfect time. And when you use my link in the video description below, thrivemarket.com/CarolynsRVLIFE, you're going to save an additional 30%, plus you're going to get a free gift. And there's always free shipping on orders $49 and more. So it's the perfect time to get started with Thrive Market. Well, we came downhill into camp a lot more than I thought we did. I mean, I thought we were just right on the other side of the pass, but we came down quite a bit. So, I mean, if I was riding my brakes a lot, wishful thinking on my part. Wow, but yeah, I didn't realize we came down the pass so much. I'm going to stop at the top of the pass and check it, because if it is dragging and stuck, it might already be smoking. All right, everything looks good. There we are. Wish me luck. So that means the caliper, I would assume that means the caliper isn't locked. If it's not smoking, it's not locked on the brake right now. So that's good. So it might, if it is locking, if it is the caliper, it might be locking when I engage the brakes. Ralph thinks that's what the jerking was, that it locked, it's not, opening and closing properly, and it got locked coming down that hill, and then when it released, I felt the jerk, and that makes perfect sense. I did feel a little bit of a drag, but I thought it was the wind. So, all right, let's get this done. transmission this much. But I guess as long as it stays below 4,000 RPMs, first gear is fine. That's why I don't use first gear a lot. I always feel like it's working my transmission too much. Here's a question for you guys. If semis, I know I have a lot of truck drivers who watch me, if you guys have Jake brakes, if you have engine brakes, why do you need brake runaways? Why can't you just use your engine brake when your brakes fail going downhill? And why do your brakes fail going downhill if you have engine brakes? I know sometimes you can't use engine brakes, is there a limit? I'm assuming your engine brake is like my low gear. Tell me. I want to hear from all the truck drivers. Oh yeah, this is great. Alright, I haven't used my brake at all in low gear. It's keeping me 15 miles an hour. Also, I know how to drive a stick. I grew up, no, I didn't grow up driving a stick. I learned how to drive a stick actually right before I moved to San Francisco and got my lots and lots of practice in San Francisco on all the hills. We had a stick. So I know how to drive a stick, so it just seems weird to me to switch gears when the vehicle is moving without a clutch. And also to hear it working so hard without changing gears. But this is fucking working great. These are the parts of the road that were in my proverbial nightmares. And I didn't have real nightmares, but I was like, if I'm out of control and I'm going around these corners and look how steep, this is what I remembered. And the final stretch, I'm gonna ride the brakes a little bit to see if I can replicate anything. And yeah, I'll ride the brake. Help me just a little bit. Oh. This route that follows this road is the site of the first transcontinental telegraph. Oh, wow. Huh. Oh, yeah, look. That's a stump of one of the original telegraph poles. Wow. Oh, look at that. Wow. Change the world. This was used from 1861 to 1869, and the Transcontinental Telegraph completely wiped out the Pony Express, which at the time was the fastest way to deliver mail and newspapers along its route. The Transcontinental Telegraph connected California to the eastern states via a telegraph line, making it the first high-speed communication link between the Atlantic and the Pacific coasts. Before this, for example, news of President Harrison's death took 110 days to reach Los Angeles. Can you imagine that? You know, Ralph said when it was smoking, it smelled like rubber, not brakes. And it didn't smell like brakes to me either. I didn't really know what it... Didn't smell like brakes. Maybe something got stuck up in the caliper. You know, the roads that I drive on, maybe I ran over something. Oh, you know what? Huh, you know what? The camp that I was in before this was very sandy. I drove through a lot of sand. Could it be possible there was just a lot of sand in it? A lot of grit? Still, would that make it smoke? I guess if it made it stuck, huh? If it made it stick, maybe that's it. Wow, look at this view. Wow. Like I said the other day, I went down 2 pretty big passes that day. Pretty close together. It could have just overheated my brakes. Let's see, we got one more stretch to go. Sometimes you just have to stop for the view. Wow. There's some kind of, I don't know what that is, a crane maybe? All kinds of birds out. Or an egret maybe? I don't know my birds at all. Amazing. Amazing. And I hit my brakes really hard to stop. So far, so good. We're down. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're burning. But that's because I was riding them a lot, right? Okay, they're burning. So, I mean, I rode them hard. I don't know what to do. Okay, it's only that side burning. And it's burning bad. Alright, we gotta go into Ely. Alright, so after brainstorming and troubleshooting out loud with Ralph, I decided I'm gonna just go the 30 minutes into Ely and get it checked out. I already called the shop. They're expecting me. They said go ahead, bring it in. You know, Ely's only 30 miles away. The next town that might even maybe have a garage is 100 miles away, going, you know, toward Twin Falls, which is where we're going. So I would rather just get it done at this point. Let's just get it done. Ralph got in there and felt the tire felt hot. The rim was so hot he couldn't keep his hand on it. So that's a concern to me. I don't want to ruin my rotors. I don't want to ruin my tires. So you know, if everything is getting that hot. I mean, I really was riding the brakes hard, but the other side wasn't doing that. So there's a problem for sure. So let's just get it done. I mean, you know, I'm in no hurry. I have to, yeah. I do want to get to Idaho. I'm kind of like, I want to get out of Nevada. I'm still in Nevada, but that's okay. It's okay. Get shit done. Stay safe. Keep my doggy safe. I gotta keep my doggy safe. Yes. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey. Thank you. All right, so Monday morning, they're really busy, but they asked if I could leave it. So I'm going to take Ralph out to breakfast. And they said they'll back it in and take a look. So, you know, it's fine now. I feel like, you know, I could have waited, but I don't know. It's better just to know. And we'll see. I mean, maybe if they look at it, we'll see. We'll see. It's better to know. Hey, just like she owns the place. See, girl, you be good girl. We'll be right back. We're gonna have breakfast.
Ely, Nevada's rich history began in the 1870s as a stagecoach station and post office along the Pony Express and Central Overland Route.
A fake tree. Oh, it must light up at night. Huh.
Later, it became a booming mining town for copper.
This is great. You know, sometimes the little inconveniences in life just bring great surprises. This is awesome.
What do you think that is? It's older than both of us.
A scale?
Maybe? It's got levers on the side.
Something to do with the telegraph?
Maybe a toaster?
Ooh, gold. Gold. There's gold in them thar hills.
And lunch might be a little bit of this kind of thing.
American breakfast, Mexican breakfast. The vegan police. So the breakfast was absolutely delicious, but coffee not so good. And I haven't had my second cup of coffee, so
I found this cafe inside a flower shop, walking distance from the
I
restaurant.
bet Sadie's not going to be allowed in.
So we'll check it out.
April Anarchy. So nice. Yes. Want to go look around? Does that smell good? They're muffins. Those are muffins. So check it out. We got a really good cup of coffee at the flower shop, and then just down the road is this old railway museum. This is cool. Okay, I'm not going to say that. It's fun to slow down for the day. We already decided we're probably, oh my gosh. Oh, we can go in the train cars open for viewing. Please do not climb on anything. Please use handrails, and please do not jump on or off. Oh my gosh. Doesn't say no dogs. Oh, we get to go in an old train car. Oh, I'm excited. This is cool. Like, standing right here. What movie did I just watch? Oh, there they are. They're calling. They're calling. They're calling. Okay, so caliper's fine. Brakes, I still have 50% on. I planned on getting them checked when I get back to New York. I knew that, you know, it's been a while. I can't believe they have 50% left on them. That's more than I would have expected. But it is an axle seal. So the axle seal is worn out, And that makes sense, right, Ralph? It makes sense.
That would've
It's
made heat.
creating the friction on the wheel and making the heat on the wheel is what you felt, right?
The bearing, and it would have transferred the heat.
Yep. So that's what my problem is. Do you think that also might have? You're on camera.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that might also? Are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that also maybe could have caused any of the jerking? Probably
It was
not.
grabbing.
Yeah. The problem with it not being the caliper is I still have the issue with why was it jerking.
You'll find out.
I will find out sooner or later. It jerked on the way here really bad when I swerved, which is what it's always done. I don't know. All right, let's go on the train. Look at this. I'm getting old-timey waiting on the platform for the train to come. Maybe it wasn't a movie I'm thinking of. I've been reading Maisie Dobbs. Anybody read Maisie Dobbs? Somebody recommended it to me, somebody I know personally. And it's set in the early 1900s in England, and she takes a lot of trains. So maybe that's what I'm imagining. Or what I'm thinking of, envisioning. They didn't say no dogs. Come on. And she's a well-behaved. Can you get up there? It's kind of steep. Come on. It's kind of steep. Oh, I've seen you do way worse. I bet if I go up, you'll come up. Yep. Huh, yeah. Look at this. Wow.
Welcome to the Nevada Northern Railway Complex. It is the best preserved, least altered, and most complete main yard complex remaining from the steam railroad era. It was established in 1905 to support the area's booming copper mining industry. The era of dieselization of the railroad industry during the second half of the 20th century led to alterations and demolitions of railroad yards and shops nationwide.
That's an RV toilet.
Oh yeah, it is. It's an oh my god,
It
that's
makes sense. A train and an RV wouldn't be much different.
that's just like my toilet. But that sink looks original. Look at
Yeah.
wow. What? This is your first train. You're smiling. Look at her smile. Are you smiling? You get to do fun things with Mom? Yeah.
The East Ely Yard escaped modernization because of its geographical remoteness and the decline of the mining industry it once served. So there are actual steam engines that run through this rail yard, and we might get to see one if I stick around long enough.
This looks where all the crew lived. Oh, this is the caboose, huh? Yeah, but it's the caboose and where the crew lived. I don't know if you can see in there. Look. That's cool.
The Ely Museum collection includes 3 of the railroad's original steam locomotives, an electric locomotive, and several diesel-electric locomotives, as well as a collection of maintenance equipment and numerous historic freight and passenger rail cars. 2 of the steam locomotives, number 81 and number 93, are in operation in regularly scheduled events throughout the year. Women worked at the Nevada Northern Railway in Ely, Nevada, both in the past and the present. In the past, they filled roles like engine cleaners and those in administrative positions, and also many positions that were left by men who went to serve in World War II. Today, women like Angela Stevens, who started as a seasonal employee, is now the train master, and others also hold operational and supervisory roles.
Guess what this is? Guess what this is? A vacuum cleaner. Oh, look at, they restored it. Wow. A vacuum cleaner. That's hilarious.
They actually have trips that you can pay for to ride on one of these.
That could be fun. City girl. Come here. My favorite kind of museum, the kind that Sadie can go to. And it's outside. Always a bonus when I can just be outside. You hear the owl? Or was it a pigeon? Woohoo! Woohoo! Pointed out over there, I would have never noticed. The soot, you see the soot above the doors over there? From the engines. Coal, probably? Coal engines? Going in the bays over there. It's pretty cool.
Some of the locomotives here still do run on coal. The Nevada Northern Railway, which operates here, uses steam that are powered by coal.
Are you gonna go for a ride? You want to go for a ride?
They require constant attention to maintain proper fire and water pressure, showcasing the traditional steam locomotive experience. I hope we get to see one. Steam locomotives like the ones that are still running here were revolutionary and depended upon the steam engines which drove the Industrial Revolution, powering everything from factories to trains. They were first used in the 17th century to pump water from mines and later developed by James Watt into more efficient and versatile engine.
I gotta tell you, if you're into railroad history, this looks like, you know, I'm just into history, and, you know, the railroad's kind of cool, but if you're like a railroad history buff, you would love this. This is really cool. So we got a steam train coming. We heard the whistle. And Ralph's down there getting all the information because he's much chattier than I am. Air brake testing house. I love old windows. Windows and doors. It's so cool. All the paint. All that lead paint.
So if you're like me, you're probably curious how this whole coal steam thing works to make a train move. So the coal is used basically to heat a giant oven. And that oven heats water in a boiler, turning it into steam, and then using the steam's pressure to drive a piston. which makes the engine move forward. That's basically how it works. So imagine all that steam building up like a pressure cooker, right? Coal is a beautiful thing. Coal is so beautiful. So the smoking was caused by the grease from the broken seal. So the axle has grease. That's what makes it move without friction. And since the seal broke, all the grease was leaking out onto the brake. And that's what the smoking was from. So that's why I didn't smell brakes. And
I guess they don't even have the part yet.
it's a good thing I did get it fixed, because without the grease, the axle was literally grinding in the wheel. And that could be what was causing the jerking. If all the grease had leaked out, that could have been causing the jerking. All right, so it's about 3:30, and when we got back here, they said the mechanic had an emergency in town, so he wasn't here working on it, and everything was torn apart. And so we're still waiting, and yeah, just waiting. I'm ready to get back to camp. I'm tired. I didn't sleep last night. I was too stressed about this drive down. I didn't really sleep, and then I got up early and just wanted to get out, and that's what I did. So I'm tired. I'm ready to go. Made breaking down a little bit funner today, a little bit more fun. It was kind of cool to hang around town and do some sightseeing, have a great breakfast. That was good. Oh, and Sadie enjoyed herself.
Hello.
Okay, well, he knows better than to let her do it. But he does it anyway. He loves dogs, huh?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
You're very cute.
Get down. Thank you. Oh, you gonna come give me kisses? No. Thank you. All right. Where did I see 150 an hour for labor? All right, we're gonna go to camp. We're gonna rendezvous with the
Rest up.
Okay. All right, let's get out of here. By the way, my tires were super low. Super low. I'm really mad at my mechanic in Pahrump. They were at 55. Max is 80. I got a story that this guy told me about. I'll tell you when we get there, but I'll tell you later. Yeah, they were all at 55. What the hell? Junior at Performance Auto? I asked if they were at 80, and he said yeah. But there was a hesitation before I caught the hesitation. I had a feeling. But 55? Are you kidding me? He had to let air out of them. All right, so my tires were at 55, which shit, I knew they looked too low. I knew it. And so we got the seal done. What was I gonna say? Oh, so this kid told me he's the son of the owner. I shouldn't call him a kid. He's 18. And what he said when I said, yeah, I want to go ahead and fill him up to 80, he said, I recommend not doing max. The max is 80. We're at 6,400 feet in elevation, which means that even at my tires right now at 55 means that they're even lower in lower elevation, right? Yeah, things expand. The air expand. Yeah, anyway, my tires were way too low. Ridiculous. That's why my gas mileage has been shit. Yeah, it feels better. They were feeling, my RV was feeling kind of sluggish. Wow. It feels better. So what he said though is you don't want to fill them up all the way. With the weight and the heat and the elevation, you know, it's going to expand when your tires heat up. They're going to expand. When you go in higher elevation, it's going to expand. And he said that's what causes your tire walls to separate. Remember? That's why I had to go into the shop in Del Rio and buy new tires, because my tires were bubbling because the walls were separating.
So they were old. They were getting close to needing to be replaced anyway, I think. Ish. I mean, they probably could have gone another 6 months. But yeah. So that I look, nope, in 9 years, nobody has ever told me that. So even though your tires say 80, you do not want to fill them up all the way, especially in the summer, and especially if you're going to be climbing in elevation, because it's going to expand, and then your tires are going to be over full, and then they're going to pop, and then they're going to separate. So really good information. I really like this shop. You know, I highly recommend them. I'm going to leave them a review on Google. They got me in this morning, even though he said, they told me when I called this morning, and he just said they were really busy today. When they opened this morning, they had 4 cars waiting. So it was a very busy day for them. But they got me in and they got it done. It was a long day. I mean, I probably got there at 9:30 and it's 4 o'clock. But it was really nice to have a friend to be able to hang out with today. Thank you, Ralph. It was really fun. We went and had breakfast and, you know, all that stuff. So it definitely makes the day go by faster. Although I often wonder, this is a theory I have, that if you don't leave your vehicle, if you sit there and wait for it, if they get it done faster. It's a theory of mine that they do. They want to get you out of their waiting room, and you're kind of in their face all the time, and I feel like they might have gotten it done a little faster, but that's okay. I feel good about it. $400 with parts and labor and tax and a credit card fee. I had to pay a 3% credit card fee. Yeah, that was like $18, but feel good. I feel good. It's done. Now we know, and now I can move forward knowing that the problem has solved, and you know, I can go forward with confidence. So yeah. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. You know, I love hanging out with my friends, but it's a lot of peopling for me, a lot of conversation, a lot of peopling for me. So even though today was a great day, I didn't sleep well last night, and I had that big breakfast, so I'm feeling ready to be a vegetable. Huh.
About you ready? You were a good girl. You had a very exciting day. You had a very exciting day. Lots of people, lots of sounds, smells. Yeah.
Is young enough to be my grandson. That kid could have been my grandson. Oh my God, I'm freaking old. Wow. Wow. So this is McGill.
All right, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us today. There is definitely more to come, so be sure you subscribe to my channel and click the bell for notification. And if you want to get started with healthier eating and finding the groceries that are right for your lifestyle, don't forget to check out Thrive Market by using the link in the video description below. You're going to get 30% off your first order plus a free gift when you use the link. So it's the perfect time to get started with Thrive Market. And I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. See you next week. What do you think?